Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel with a new video. Today we are going to discuss some fundamental thing again, that is basics of pre-formulation studies. So we'll go with some basic discussions. Let's discuss. First one is, here we are going to discuss about what is pre-formulation studies, that is definitions. Then goals of pre-formulation studies and objective of pre-formulation studies. So let's start. First come to the definition. So as name suggests, pre-formulation. So before formulation, what are the studies need to be conducted? Before formulation means when any new formulation going to be developed in the by a formulation scientist or formulation development department. So what are the studies to be carried out? What are the important studies that to be carried out which will affect the formulation process? So that study are called as pre-formulation study if you understand in a simple way. So pre-formulation study are the crucial part of the pharmaceutical development process. So in a pharmaceutical development process, so pre-formulation study one of the most important part of the process. So then these studies involve the characterization of physical, chemical and mechanical property of a drug substance. Drug substance, you can say it API, that is active pharmaceutical ingredients, alone or in combination with the excipients. So already my dear students, already you might have known कि when you are combining or when a API or drug substance will combine with an suitable excipients, at that time a suitable formulation will be formulated or formed. So when you are going for this pre-formulation study, so either alone you can carry out for the drug substance or excipients, or along with drug and excipients you can carry out the pre-formulation study. Then pre-formulation study, in pre-formulation, if you define this pre-formulation, pre-formulation is a branch of pharmaceutical science that utilizes biopharmaceutical principles in determining the physicochemical property of the drug substance. The primary goal of pre-formulation is to generate useful information about the drug substance that will guide the formulation development and help in selecting the appropriate dosage form. So what are the goals of pre-formulation study? So first one is characterization of API. So first, active pharmaceutical ingredients need to be characterized or need to understand some intrinsic property of drug substance or API. So what are the intrinsic property like solubility, melting point? So these are the some basic property that you have to know about the drug substance. Then compatibility with the excipients, identifying suitable excipients that do not interact negatively with the drug. So compatibility, whatever the excipient you are choosing for a formulation, the drug should be compatible. Whether the drug is compatible or not compatible, you have to carry out some compatibility study. Then stability assessment. So after formulating the suitable formulation, whether the formulation is stable or not, chemically as well as physically, that need to be assessed. Then come to solubility and dissolution rate. So solubility is a basic property. So that is a prerequisite property before the drug getting absorbed. So solubility of drug is very much important in the gastric environment. So determining the solubility and dissolution characteristics of the drug will that is a very important parameter. So that will also known from this pre-formulation study. Then coming to bioavailability improvement, if the drug having less bioavailability, Then how to improve the bioavailability by choosing a appropriate formulation strategy. So that is achieved by preformulation study. Then manufacturability, to ensure that the drug is a drug in a dosage form can be manufactured consistently and efficiently. So by carrying out this pre-formulation study, we can ensure that the manufacturing capability of the drug or manufacturing uh, part of the drug is improved. Okay, by efficient, it will be efficient and improved, and it can be done consistently. So then we have to discuss what is the objective of pre-formulation studies. One is physical characterization. So in physical characterization, 3 points are coming mainly. One is particle size distribution, then second one is polymorphism and hygroscopicity. So assessing how the size and distribution of the drug particle affect the dissolution, absorption and stability. That is the one of the objective of preformulation study. Then polymorphism, identifying different crystalline form of the drug and their solubility and stability. So how this polymorphism, how this different form of the crystalline form are affecting the solubility and stability of the drug, that need to be assessed. Hygroscopicity, determining drugs' tendency to absorb moisture, which can affect the stability and handling of the drug or formulation. So if the drug having hygroscopicity nature or which absorb the moisture from the environment, so that will affect the stability as well as handling capacity of the drug. Then come to the chemical characterization. So pH stability profile, understanding how the drug stability changes with pH. So understanding how the drug stability changes with the pH. So that is called as pH stability profile. Then come to hydrolysis and oxidation, evaluating the potential for the drug to undergo degradation by hydrolysis or oxidation. So in hydrolysis and oxidation, how the drug undergo degradation, or whether the drug is stable to hydrolysis or oxidation or not, that need to be ensured. Then photostability, assessing the drug's stability under light exposure, whether the drug is degraded under the light exposure, that need to be assessed. If any such effect is there, then we have to find out how to eliminate from this problem. Okay. Then come to chemical structure elucidation, ensuring drugs chemical structure is well understood and characterized using technique like NMR, IR, MS and X-ray diffraction. So drugs chemical structure should not change during the formulation. Otherwise, if the structure will change, then their property, pharmacological property may change. So there should not be any changes in the structural characteristics of the drug. And in structural elucidation also, we have to understand which functional group is affecting to which theoretic therapeutic effects or pharmacological effect. So that need to be understood. Then come to next objective, that is compatibility study. Excipients compatibility, that is testing interaction between the drug and various excipient to ensure stability and efficacy. Container closure compatibility, ensuring the drug product is stable in its packaging. So that is another two compatibility study you have to carry out. One is with excipients, another with the container closure systems. Then come to solubility and dissolution. Solubility profile, establishing the drug's solubility in a different solvent and pH conditions. Dissolution rate, measuring how quickly the drug dissolves, which affects bioavailability and efficacy. So how the drug dissolution, how quickly the drug dissolves and how it affects the bioavailability and efficacy of the drug. So that need to be also assessed. Then come to stability studies. So usually two type of stability is determined. One is thermal stability and stress testing. Determining the drug stability at different temperature, that is called as thermal stability. and stress testing subjecting the drug to various stress conditions. Example, heat, humidity and light means you have to test the formulation in the more heat condition like 40 degrees centigrade and humidity like 75% RH. That is called as accelerated stability testing, and also in the light condition to identify whether the product degrade or not, or if it degrade, what is its degradation pathway, that need to be find out. Then come to formulation feasibility. Then after the pre-formulation study, we have to select the suitable excipients required to do a formulation, or we have to select a suitable dosage form for the uh, particular drug or particular excipients, because our motto is to get maximum efficacious product, or the product which can be patient compatible, as well as it will give maximum benefit to the patient, so and cure the disease in a minimum time, as well as it will have less toxic effect or minimum toxic effect. So our motto and formulation scientists motto is to have a best product always, optimized product always. Optimize in the sense it is having maximum therapeutic benefit, minimum toxic effect, and patient compatible. Okay, cost of the product should be low. So to achieve this type of objective, to achieve this type of therapeutic objective as well as all these things, then this pre-formulation study need to be performed most. And from the pre-formulation study, the formulation scientist will have knowledge to select a suitable dosage form as well as suitable excipients for the formulation. Then objective for the analytical method development. So assay development and stability indicating methods. So in assay development, creating and validating analytical methods to accurately quantify the drug in various metrics. So how much drug is there in a dosage form, that need to be calculated accurately, otherwise there may be a chance of dosage inaccuracy. So dosage inaccuracy may lead to either overdosing or underdosing, or there may be a subtherapeutic level. So there means the therapeutic effect may not be there. So this assay development is very much important also. Stability indicating methods, developing methods to detect and quantify degradation products. So in stability indicating method, so if any degradation product is there, that need to be quantified or that need to be determined. उसको भी determine, that need to be determined or for the degradation products. So these are the reference that I have taken to prepare this PPT. So dear friends, I think you got some basic idea about this pre-formulation study. So for the time, again I will come with a new video. So for the time, take care of yourself and study well. Thank you.